More people are starting to wake up. Why? I mean, just listen to this, guys. And it doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon. Again, these people are just trying to help, right? So, whatever took place with Celsius, Luna, and obviously the FTX situation doesn't have to go through with it again. And if this collapses, guys, it's game over. Tether watch, print, jump up of about $80 million, but Treasury wallets display an interesting pattern. So a small thread. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, guys, because as you guys can see, it's going to take a long time. But if you go up here, I will have the link down here so you guys can see further. First off, I think this pretty much decisively proves there's a conspiracy going on. Justin Sun, CZ, and Tether are colluding in the biggest Ponzi in history, guys. So if FTX was this bad, right? Guys, this is just, I don't know. This will literally decimate the entire cryptosphere, right? It possibly even contagion issues outside of the cryptosphere, guys, on how big it will be. And now people are talking about regulations inbound, right? With the FTX situation that just took place. And now imagine Tether, guys. Regulations will be here the next day, like no tomorrow, if it did collapse. The CTO of Tether tweeted this out. Companies that accuse Tether of reckless behavior going belly up for the reckless behavior they accused Tether of. Tether once again demonstrated resilience and proper risk management. Tether deposited nearly $1 billion in a criminal bank fraud money laundering scheme, and the money was seized. Tether printed tethers without contracts or paperwork, pinky promises, right? Guys, it's all just thin air, right? It's all just an illusion. The same thing that's happening with the cryptosphere now. Imagine that a lot worse, a lot worse in the banking system itself, right? The system that man is governed by today. So if it's this bad with cryptocurrencies, now imagine the collapse of the entire world. Do we see how terrible in the next few years will become or be like, right? The landscape, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy, guys. But at least at the same time, while everything else is going down and people are having grief, guess this is why the XRP community is going to be excited about, right? Even though something terrible is happening, guys, that the collapse of the entire system is going to take place, but at least people are taking advantage of this opportunity. Tether invested in Celsius Ponzi scheme. Tether loaned 8 billion tethers to Celsius Ponzi, right? Tether sent over 36 billion tethers to a now proven fraud and can't produce a legitimate audit that shows Alameda actually sent them $36 billion and that actually lost billions of dollars, right? So it's quite simple, guys. The proof is basically in the pudding. I'll just prepare for the day when Tether goes away, right? When the Grim Reaper takes Tether out. I mean, I rather let it happen now, guys, right? But I know they want to delay it as much as possible, which is frustrating to think about because let's just get it over and done with, guys, right? Why? So this is like a domino effect. So we've seen FTX now, then probably next Tether, right? Regulations. What comes next, guys? Listen to this from Bitcoin Archive. This was from Elon Musk. Did he just confirm us about what the future world will look like? Remember, Mr. Poole stated the same thing or something very similar. Elon Musk on payments. Control of the monetary system is more important than controlling speech. We have to be very careful about who controls the monetary system. We have to be very careful, guys. It doesn't make sense because nobody's careful at all, right? Even though we know Elon Musk is trying to wake people up, at the same time he's pushing their agendas, right? It's a crazy world we're living in, guys. Musk. PayPal seems to be moving in the direction of social credit and censorship. That's disturbing, right? Wow. He basically confirmed this, guys. China 2.0, but in the west part of the world. Musk. The worse the fiat system becomes, the more cryptocurrencies will grow. Wait a minute. Whoa. We're getting confirmed left and right, guys, like no tomorrow, right? And we know Elon is in the know. So basically, this is a equivalent exchange that's awaiting to take place. The worse the fiat system becomes, basically cash turning what into ash, guess what's going to happen? the more cryptocurrencies will grow. What does it seem like to you? India is on fire. CBDC, central bank digital currencies are in play, guys. Digital rupee, India's CBDC, scan and pay, fruit shop. Whoa, it's everywhere, guys. Tea house. This is crazy. It's actually happening. But remember, oh my, this is why the Riddlers always stated to take advantage of this opportunity. Elon Musk basically confirmed it. The worse the fiat system becomes, the more cryptocurrencies will grow. Right? It's all a play, guys. They're intentionally destroying the economy now, so we see the future landscape, the new system, right? That's inbound. Musk, it's a no-brainer for Twitter to have payments in both fiat and cryptocurrency. So it's crazy. Why? Let's check this out. Our friend Elon Musk says he wants to turn Twitter into WeChat. Call me crazy, but I don't think the people of China are having fun with their quote-unquote everything apps right now. Listen to this, guys, right? So he says one thing, and then previously he stated this.
We don't even have an app that's as good as WeChat in China. And like in China, you like live on WeChat basically. It's
again, it's always about China, guys. Branches over, starts over there, branches over to what the West, like we stated before.
Like, yeah, everyone's like this. Like you live on WeChat, you do payments, you do everything. It's like, it's great. Basically, WeChat's kick ass. And we don't have anything like WeChat outside of China. So I was like, my idea would be like, how about if we just copy WeChat? Hey, copy them.
Buys Twitter, copies WeChat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. We don't even have.
I respect Elon Musk, guys, but at the same time, I'm laughing because he's actually the most craziest person I have seen to date, guys. With how many companies he manages, right? The CEO of, and of how many narratives he's pushing left and right, guys. Right? Crazy. Copy and paste it, by the way. Elon Musk shared slides from his Twitter presentation today, and it confirmed that quote-unquote payments are coming soon on Twitter. Again, it's all pushing this agenda, guys. There's a reason why they created Bitcoin in the first place, right? It was them that created it. It wasn't a anonymous quote-unquote Satoshi Nakamoto, this random person, right? It wasn't that at all, guys. We already know the game plan. Looks like he is ready to execute the 22-year-old X.com master plan on Twitter. We just got confirmed. Guys, how many? In this video, we basically got confirmed 1 trillion times. Why? Because of this right here. The plans go back decades ago, right? If not centuries ago, and if not longer than that ago, guys. Bitcoin started back then. XRP was thought of, in my humble opinion, a long time ago, right? And now it's finally coming into fruition. Listen to this.
There's a product plan I wrote, which I wish I'd kept a copy of in July. There's a product plan I wrote, which I wish I'd kept a copy of in July of 2000, where I thought it would be possible to make the most valuable financial institution in the world. And we're going to execute that plan from 22 years ago, which amazingly no one has done. And so I think that's part of why I think Twitter will be ultimately extremely valuable, because I'm going to execute the X.com game plan from 22 years ago with some improvements. And then we're also going to obviously make Twitter just a way better system.
And that is why they allowed Elon to buy Twitter, right? Guys, let's not be naive here, right? And stubborn and ignorant. First of all, how did he get so wealthy? That's number one. Number two, nobody would have, they wouldn't have let him buy Twitter if he was playing part of We the People, right? 100% genuine, guys. But since he isn't, in my humble opinion, so they allowed him, right? They actually wanted him, guys, to do that. It ties in with this tweet. Central banks buy 31 tons of gold in October. Global gold reserves rise to the highest level since 1974. If you believe they are reporting real numbers, there is a lot of doubt that some countries, such as the USA, which refuses to prove their gold reserve data is accurate. So everyone knows that this new system is coming, right? And we have heard a lot of people say we're going to go back to the future with what coming into play? Gold, right? And it's just going to be ramping up, guys. If everyone believes Tether should have to provide evidence of their reserves, shouldn't we also demand that the US government prove its gold reserves data is accurate? Interesting, guys. Even with this new system, guys, would anything change from the previous systems? The only thing I could think of is what centralization even more. Now, besides all of that, Cowboy Crypto tweeted out, "The man is watching." Brad Garlinghouse liked a reply. So many people are watching this clip thinking BG's talking about XRP holders when he's obviously referring to foreign banks and governments. Listen, they are still partnering with Ripple despite not having US clarity. This is fascinating, guys. What's going to be the heart of the new financial system? And I'm pretty sure he was talking about this video right here, so let's check this out.
Most people outside the United States don't really care that the SEC is suing us. I'll tell you a very quick, funny story. I'll keep it short. I was in the Middle East last fall, and we were meeting with customers. I have one of the Ripple team members who's based there. It's really early in the morning. My time zones are all screwed up. We're meeting with the CEO of a payments company, and the employee from Team Ripple says, "Well, why don't you give an update on what's going on at Ripple?" And I start talking about the SEC. And after the meeting, he very delicately says to me, "No one gives a shit." And his point was, if you're not in the United States, the governments in Abu Dhabi, governments in Switzerland, Singapore, UK, Japan, they provided the clarity how they view and categorize digital assets, and they don't care that the United States SEC has a viewpoint that is, pending in court. Most people—
That's beautiful, but they're all friends behind the scenes, guys, right? Hey, when is this SEC lawsuit going to finish and conclude? Oh, at this time, at this exact date and time, guys. It's actually hilarious. So, but at the end, guys, is anyone really worried about this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit situation? You shouldn't be, right? Because they are still partnering with Ripple despite not having US clarity. That's all we need to know, guys, right? It's super simple. This is why I'm not worried one bit, guys. Brad Garlinghouse is confident, by the way, as well, but not financial advice. But anyways, that's hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, please, amazing day, guys. See ya.